Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Ranwin Park, the show that has no podcast part of it. It's actually all visual, but some people listen anyway. This is episode number 46, I'm pretty sure. I am Cone Dodger, joined by Kurt J. Mack and ZK. Say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
This is a formal intro because we are professionals.
Yes.
Absolutely. No. When did we begin this recording?
Well, looking at the list of episodes in our wiki, our first pilot episode aired 2019, or April 11th, 2019.
I don't think I asked about that.
Oh. I thought you said when we started this thing.
I meant this recording.
This specific recording?
This specific recording.
Oh, well, I don't know. It's at like sometime on some day before it comes out.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I put my webcam over the clock of the calendar down there. They don't need to know that it's less than 12 hours from the time this gets released.
It's fine. You don't have to edit this anyway.
That's true.
Relevant, up-to-date information.
Exactly. We're just trying to make sure everybody's getting the absolute bleeding edge of car ad review information.
This is an informative podcast, yes.
I don't think anybody's bought anything from the show. I have definitely had people that have messaged me and been like, hey, do you know where that ad was from? Or like, do you have a link to that ad? And the answer to that is no, because I don't save the links. I just take a picture and I move on. Like once I've seen it, unless it's something that's like in my wheelhouse, after that it's dead to me.
I mean, if it's one of those things like I could find the ad again if it's still up. But probably because some of these ads, who knows? I might have found it this morning. I might have found it a month ago. It might have been last year.
Very possible.
Very relevant.
Very, very on top of things around here. Hey, by the way, did you know we have an Instagram? I don't have a cool Bonka intro. You just have me, but this is the Instagram. It's Win Parked because apparently Win Parked is a competitive thing to get out there on the internet.
Yeah. There's this blog that had started before us and then was dead for like 5 years. And then 6 months after we started the show, they made like 9 posts and then died again.
Was it like the same concept?
Sort of.
Oh. I didn't know we were treading on somebody's turf here.
Yeah. Well, they hadn't updated it in like 5 years when I had like looked into all this stuff, but they still own a specific domain that would be nicer than Win Parked. But you know, it's short. We're hip.
Right.
On an unrelated note, is anybody out there a lawyer?
If so, please don't talk to us.
Well, you see, I think we get around that by we're officially the Ranwin Park podcast.
But it's not even a podcast.
It's a podcast.
It's about as much a podcast as I am a professional.
Do you call it a video cast? What do you call it?
It's a show.
Well, I don't think there's any other shows.
There. Okay. We're good. We're in the clear.
There's no other shows. We are the only
hard
show.
This is it.
Motor Week did 2 episodes called Ranwin Park.
Did they really? Those bastards.
You know, this was like 20 years ago or something. But that was literally like how to get your car running after it's been parked forever.
Listen,
it's actually pretty good.
We had this idea like 6 years ago. It just took us a long time to commit to it.
And now that we have, we're stuck.
Yeah, pretty much. Speaking of this show and a concept, how about we move on to the show and the concept, which is like...
No one listens to that.
Oh. Do we need to say waifu, 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 waifu in order to get the proper YouTube algorithm?
I forgot about that.
That was last episode was now the most watched, like, natural views, because you advertised for one of them. And
yeah,
like,
we don't count that.
That one doesn't count. But that is now the most watched episode of Railroad Park. And I can only say...
Yeah, it's like 95% sure it's because of the clickbait title.
How was that clickbait?
I don't know, but
like
the other thing is that you did release it early, so
I don't think that had anything to do with it.
We have to do a scientific thing. We have to either have another clickbait title or release this episode early and find out.
Accidentally at 2:00 in the morning.
Hey, maybe that's why we have such a rabid Australian following.
Oh, yeah.
Rabid.
Well, everything's poisonous and rabid down there. So.
This is going to place. Ranwin Parked. Look at this very classic Ranwin Parked style ad right here for a 1957 Chevrolet something.
Where is it?
It's in the thicket, as they say, and it looks so sad about it.
I know.
I feel bad.
These 50 Chevys pickups just look so like sad.
It's a very depressed looking vehicle. 57 Chevrolet 6400 with dump bed, ready to restore or rat rod. Ranwin Parked. Donor truck comes with 2 trucks.
2 trucks.
One money. No titles. So you can get 2 trucks for 1 money and no titles. There you go. They did clear the forest, though. That is a rarity.
Whoa.
To actually
That's value added.
Take a picture in the forest and then you know what? I'll clear out some of the stuff.
They even cleaned the little red lights on the front.
They sure did. Didn't make it any less sad looking, though. No. It's still got, if you were worried that they might have removed all of nature from it. No, there's still vines growing within it, and what I would say is a healthy layer of mold and mildew.
Yes, it's the Chevrolet Al Natural.
Yes. I'm sure there's floors under that vinyl too. I'm sure of it. It's in there.
The parts one, or is this the same one?
I think this is a different one, judging by who knows.
Nothing else.
Yeah, who knows? Really have no way of knowing.
The vines growing on the engine block is amazing.
Not just on the engine block, they're clinging to the spark plug wires and using them to wrap around.
I'm also the perspective of this picture is coming from an unusual space.
It is
down into the hood, but
right.
From a profile, you normally don't see an engine at.
True. I don't think this has side opening hoods. No.
I was just gonna say no. Is this
I think it's missing a fender.
Well? Or yeah.
Oh well, there you go. Answers.
Hey, mystery solved.
Answers.
That's a very artistic picture.
Art degree.
Art degree. I'm wondering if the first picture is this truck and the second picture is the better truck, because that first picture I'm not seeing a right eyeball.
No eyeball. Jeez, we got art degrees, we got science degrees. We're at regular CSI up in here.
So the parts car is still
vined,
camouflaged in the vines.
So yeah, this one's just not as grown in, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
This one doesn't have vines on the engine, though. How will it run? These big trucks.
It's got the air cleaner too, which is extremely
yeah.
surprising.
That is. Mark your bingo card. I ran one parked with an air cleaner. I always laugh at these big trucks with the straight 6M though. It looks so funny. It looks so not enough, to be honest. That's a lot of truck, not a lot of engine.
That's just how they did it, though.
Yeah, I mean, they needed to do 35 miles an hour. They didn't need to do anything more than that.
Mm-hmm.
And the power of gear reduction, they could go half a mile an hour just fine. I don't know that this is something that I would ever want to mess with personally. This is maybe too far down the old vehicle rabbit hole.
And it's one of the medium duty trucks, and those are always kind of
nobody wants one of those. Oops.
No, you have a light duty truck.
Hey! It says 250 on it.
That's a light duty. A medium duty is like the 450s, 550s, and to like 700s or whatever.
Calling me a light duty. I'll appreciate that. Kurt.
Not the same, but similar. Apparently, for some reason, a work from home special.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, why? But it is a '59 Ranchero for $4,900. It says the engine is a 292 V8, not seized.
The government hasn't gotten it yet.
Hasn't seized it yet. 7-foot bed in need of a complete restoration. Clean title in hand, but that's about the only clean thing with this.
Yeah. Oh, I love these. What do we even take a picture of? Pictures.
General mess.
It looks like it's been flooded too. Like that looks like.
Yeah.
That looks like sediment.
No, yeah, it's in a bad way.
Did they pull it out of something, or is it still stuck in whatever it was?
I'm shocked. There's like floorboard here. Like that's the outlines of floorboard. I expected much less. Okay, it's not getting better.
Got multiple dashboards.
Does have that. Like it's got a lot of things. Fairlane 500. Wait, what? This isn't. I'm confused.
Ranchero.
But Fairlane 500? Huh.
I'm assuming the body is based on that.
I didn't.
Or they just swapped in a different dash. I don't know.
I guess I never considered that was a thing. Good old
air cleaner.
An air cleaner. The hood. Apparently I don't know much about these.
But you're a Ford guy.
This is proving otherwise. Yeah, I guess I'm just more familiar with the Falcon generation than I am this generation.
Pre-60s Fords.
Right. Huh. This is in a bad way, but
it is in a very bad way. They've got a lot of.
I think there's like the 3 shots in a row that get closer to that rest hole in the hood.
The tension.
And then random chrome stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Including
like something you see at a swap meet, yeah.
A lot of Fairlane birds. I guess it's lolling too. I guess I am just not very familiar with this generation of Ranchero at all, because this is not something I feel very familiar with.
No, I don't think there are many of them.
Yeah, it's not good, but I also really always like the jet engine taillights.
Mm-hmm. Huh. I bet there's some brakes back there, ZK.
Oh god. I'm seeing spindle measurements in my head.
I'm sure Kurt is also looking at things in the background of this ad.
I do see that potential 4-wheel drive sedan.
They look so stupid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, the sedans look dumb. That's the last one I would choose.
Yeah. The wagon, is passable. The hatch, it still looks stupid, but it's stupid enough, I think. The sedan just looks stupid. Well, I feel
there you go. Your work from home special.
Yeah, you can.
Clear and clean as day.
What does that mean? You're home, so you can put together this vehicle that has nothing left of it?
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Sir, you have nothing to do.
$4,900. They must think it's something.
They would like to work from home, which is why they're asking so much, so they can take some time off.
Oh, maybe it's just special.
It's bad. I mean, I've never seen this body, at least not in my recent memory. So maybe it is special.
I see a few ads, but they are either all in this condition, or they've been painted matte black and ring-a-ding or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Interesting. Are we gonna stay on the truck theme?
Yes, we are.
Gosh,
but a
we're
little
good.
bigger.
A little bigger.
This is a heavy duty truck, not a medium duty truck or a light duty truck. It's a 1965 Mack B61. I don't know anything about Mack trucks.
They got dogs on them.
Yeah, several. That's a good hood ornament. Yeah.
That's the extent of my knowledge.
It's a 300 Maxidine 18-speed quadruplex, 5 and 4.
That's a more modern bed. That's a more modern chassis and sleeper cab. Right?
I have zero idea.
I think so. I think
the sleeper cab does look maybe a little newer, but then again, it's that sort of just generic box.
Right. Yeah, I guess it could just be like you said, a generic sleeper box, but I don't know. There's something about this that looks like a clash of eras is going on. Like, this cab doesn't even look big enough for this chassis.
Yeah, and yeah, it's really weird. It's yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
And also, like, it's in seemingly decent shape, but they don't have any interior pictures, which is sad because it's always let's call it interesting to see the inside of sleeper cabs.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been parked several years and hasn't been started and not taken over by nature. So, like, Fords are good, Mac's not so good.
It's good for the field. Like, the field looks like it's in good health.
It's not overgrown.
It's not the best.
Everything about it, like the proportions are wrong. It looks like a clash of eras. Something ain't right here.
It is. It's like a cab from the truck you had, like a normal pickup.
Right. Like from a light duty.
Semi-nose and sleeper.
Well, like the old Ford 500s and stuff were just the standard F250, F100 cab with like taller fenders on it.
But I don't think they had like whatever these are, like 12-bolt wheels and
Well, no, because it was like a different frame, but they still use the same cab. But this is weird, yeah.
Yeah.
And those stacks, look at those stacks.
Those are some stacks. Well, I think those stacks are like the height of a regular semi-truck. Like, I really feel like this cab accidentally ended up on this frame.
I mean, looking at the Googles, that is just their proportions, it seems, for a 65 Mack.
Weird.
B61.
I'm uncomfortable with it.
Does the B61 stand for anything? Is it like a 6.1 liter? Or, well, it's 65. They wouldn't be using liters back then. Who knows?
Ew, liters, gross. Is that like a AC on the top? Guess so.
What?
It's an AC on the top.
Oh, in the front. That's
a lot of weird things here, ZK.
Mm-hmm.
Including ZK.
Does this count as a dog in the picture?
You'll have to talk to the bingo overlords on that one.
Okay.
The guy I sold the 280Z original wheels to bought them for a Corvair, apparently the same bolt pattern. But he was talking about he's like has a bunch of old Mack trucks. I didn't know all the numbers or anything, but like he works on those and restores those, and I'm like, okay, I didn't know
this is a thing, huh?
That was a thing, but apparently it is, and now we have confirmation.
Well, pass that ad along to them.
Yes.
Well, I've been saying like 60s, 70s, maybe 80s, like dump trucks are going to be the next big thing.
Dump trucks?
Yeah.
Dump trucks.
Dump trucks. Like, I forget her name.
Dump trucks?
Dump trucks.
Why dump trucks? Like, I think if we have learned anything in the past couple of years, it's if you want a cool old truck, do not buy anything that is greater than 5 lug.
No, I agree with you, but also they're cool.
Huh.
And that's market advice.
They're going up in value, I swear it.
You got something you're trying to sell or something?
Let's just say if I had a place to put it, I'd probably own a dump truck.
Okay. All right. Well, don't think that you can park it in my yard, please. All right. Time for the mistakes of the week. And I will start with a 1979 Nissan Datsun 210 SL. And this one's like already somebody's mistake. So I want to inherit somebody else's mistake here. Because they purchased...
So you want somebody, you're waiting for somebody to die, is what you're saying.
That's a bit of a jump.
Inherit. He said inherit.
That's a darker way to view that, maybe, sure. Purchased with the idea of making a stupid, cheap rallycross car. Car sat for 20 years non-running.
Did Powers buy a Datsun and not tell us?
Yeah, maybe. I myself have been influenced by one Powers into really wanting a rallycross car.
They're so much fun. Do you want a sob?
No. This one, they got it. They kind of didn't do very much with it. Found out some of the little things that were wrong, and that was it. That was the end of the story. They only want $500 for it. It only has a bill of sale, and I don't care because I wouldn't need a title.
Actually $500?
Actual $500.
Wow.
It's really hard to get those under $1,000 fundable cars, and I think this is it. There's enough of it here that we can see only ever being on a trailer. That
yeah, it's not sure, it's a little gross and the paint is gone, but it's not beat up. It's got all the trim, all the badges, and the Jesus fish.
Yeah, I mean, the worst thing about it is it missing that rear window that I would throw a piece of plexiglass in there if I was going to rallycross it, because, and it's a late enough one, it's a 79, that I will have no problems, throwing this thing around in the dirt and possibly hitting things with it, because it's not very nice. And I would say at this point, if this era of vehicle was going to have its day, it would have its day by now.
Mm-hmm.
I think this era of the Toyota stuff, the Japanese stuff, Nissan, Toyota, Honda, any of them, if it hasn't caught on by now, it ain't gonna happen. So
77 though, that's coming soon.
Right. 77 cars though. If you have a 77 Japanese import, then you better watch out. Those prices are gonna be climbing soon.
Woo! Only the best financial advice from the host at Random Parked.
But even your Corolla, you ended up with that car because it was the old Japanese car that was an affordable price. It wasn't crazy prices. And the Corolla, I feel is cooler even than this somehow. And I just don't see things like this really going crazy. Price wise.
What year is Beef's? What does he have? A 1600 or 1200?
I think it's a pretty similar year, but a different model. Maybe it is earlier.
Say, these nice are kind of cool, like Kurt's Corolla.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard to say if this one is worth restoring to that point or not.
Right. I think it might be. I'm not going to go out and demo derby the thing, but I think it would be something that I would have no problems with just using as a car.
But it's a cool and rare little car that might make a great chassis to throw a 350 small block into or something like that.
Well, let's just be happy that they didn't get that involved with the project, huh?
Yes.
Well, it'll be scrapped soon, but this is your chance.
I know.
Oh, that's so sad.
I hate that ad. I hate it when people put that in there because then I feel bad.
Look at this cute puppy. If you don't come get it, we'll kill it.
Basically.
Holding a gun to it.
Essentially. It's so sad. Hopefully somebody gets it. At the moment, like, I would have been really tempted if I didn't build a stupid fence. Please don't crush it. I'm sure a lot of those got crushed.
Yeah, because they're basic commuter cars, which is the only reason they're cool is because they all got crushed.
Exactly. Kurt.
Speaking of cars that are cool because they all got crushed, how about a 1973? Not quite in that sweet 77 group, but a 1973 Toyota Corolla.
These people are doing.
But I noticed the price goes up. Like
it does. Although
the earlier you go 70, the price seems to increase.
I think it's a sweet spot 69.
Not for the Japanese stuff. Nice, but not for Japanese stuff. I think like 71 to 75 is probably the golden era of the Japanese import stuff. This one's
a 73
hatch.
1600 deluxe edition, original motor, asking 9,500, which I am as hopeful as they are that's the sort of price these would fetch.
I don't know if these are cooler or less cool than yours.
I think it's a little bit cooler. It's not a hatch, but it's kind of got a hatch look. I do like the kind of wraparound grille situation on these earlier Corollas. I think this is a second generation too. Like there's so many.
Yeah, because yours is like an E30 something.
Yes.
And this is like an E20 something.
Yes.
Not a BMW.
Yeah, it is very confusing.
Unfortunately, no interior pictures with this ad.
I feel like is that chrome or plastic taillights around is like kind of tragic. Like that should that should be chrome.
Right.
Yeah, that's like mine is black plastic, but there is chrome versions.
Right. And then the front, I feel like, did the same thing and maybe got rattle canned black, because that doesn't look very good.
Yeah, that was normally
I don't feel like this car is nicer than yours in any way.
No, I don't like the wheels it's got. Who knows?
Right.
Oh, it's got those hood pins though. Everybody knows about shaky Corolla hoods.
Hood pins are not a good sign.
I don't know. If it did anything like Kurt's hood did, then I understand why. That thing scared me. I checked and rechecked to make sure that thing wasn't going to fly into my face when I was driving it.
You know you can adjust the latch.
We did.
I got new bumpers. I adjusted the latch. I think the problem is that the frame, the skeleton underneath, is no longer adhered to the actual hood.
So like the frame of the hood stays, but the metal of the hood kind of like shimmies.
Yeah.
We were talking about Kurt needs a welder.
Don't think you want to do that. I don't think they even weld them. They're just glued from the factory.
Yeah, it's that spongy adhesive glue stuff.
Okay, that is slightly terrifying.
That's how the 240 hood is too. ZK probably knows this, how flimsy the hoods are on those because of that. Huh. Well,
this a lot of money.
This feels yeah, especially if it's an automatic.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I'm surprised.
If this thing sells for this, then you are in good shape, I would say.
Right, yeah.
That's what I would say.
You got to go to the Japanese car meets with the for sale sign on the front.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the girlfriend said.
Does anybody actually buy cars that way?
She's pretty smart.
Do people actually buy cars that way? Like, I can't remember ever being around anybody that like bought a car because they saw it for sale at a car show. If you go to a car show, it's because you have a car.
Yeah, I've seen cars for sale at car shows, and I always think it's really lame.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they actually ever sell.
It's like the people who have like the actual vinyl decals on the windows that say for sale and a phone number. It's like, how long has that been there?
Right.
I have in the little pamphlet of documentation from the Corolla, like apparently the previous owner, somebody left a note under the windshield and like, if you're ever looking to sell this car, here's my phone number.
I did that once and it didn't work.
I got a bunch of those on the 240 when I was daily driving the 240. I used to get notes all the time of like, I see this car all the time. If you ever want to sell it, blah 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 blah. And then when it came time to sell it, I didn't call any of them.
No. I should look if that's still available, actually, or that I still have that piece of paper.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm glad you didn't make this mistake.
No, no.
I think yours is better than this one.
I can't decide if I like the body more or less, but overall, I feel like yours.
It's more 70s.
Yours was more on the money, as they say.
Ah.
This has really become like an advice and prospecting and investment channel. Who knows what else?
We need one of those disclaimers real quick.
Right.
With the really fast talking guy.
We have absolutely no idea what we're talking about. Please don't take any advice seriously.
You're not professionals.
Entertainment only.
Financial institution.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
We
I have a 2000 motivational tubing Inc. Junior Dragster.
Dragster.
It's a junior dragster, which are cool.
Question mark there, huh?
Yeah, I find them cool. I don't know if anyone else ever will. And there's no reason I'm looking at these.
No, of course not.
But they're really
on pause.
Well, it's like so let's hypothetically you have a child and you want them to get into motorsport. Where do you go? Do you do karting? Have you met karting parents?
They are kind of like
have you met
soccer parents, I feel.
Yeah. And the question mark at the end of that is I don't know if junior dragsters are the same because
I can confirm.
Well, I really like this idea. I don't know if it's one of those things where, to be competitive, the top parents like spend $12,000 on an engine that may not actually meet the rules.
This is only... I am not a professional. This is not my personal opinion, and please don't take anything I say right now to any serious degree. Anytime I've ever been to a drag racing track or to an event or anything like that, there is a collective sigh of sadness whenever the junior dragsters come up. Because
but the kids are so cute, and they're so slow.
It's not the kids, it's not the dragsters, it's the parents that take it way too seriously and try to spend like 5 minutes staging them and like are crowded around the car and
yeah. And that's really why I picked this car for this thing. It's like I want to do something like this, but I think you agree with me that any kind of like competitive thing, when people take it way competitively, it just sucks all the fun out of it.
Yep. For something like this, if you could do this and just like drag it down to the track and just let them send it, then it would be fun. It doesn't matter. Like there's no... I'm going to take heat for this, but there's no skill involved, really, in junior dragsters. You hit the gas when it's time, and you go to the end of the track. And, they'll learn basic things about, competitive environments and whatnot. But there's no need to go out and try to win in junior dragster racing.
Also, I think it's hilarious that they have this like giant wing on them,
right?
and they have like 5 horsepower.
If you angled that thing right, it'd probably be a great restrictor plate for it.
But I always thought junior dragsters were cool because
it's
literally
cool
they look like dragsters, right. And it's one of those things that are like miniaturized where adults can't fit in them.
Yeah,
so only kids can fit in them, which is kind of cool.
It is a super cool concept, and I guarantee you there are people that like have an absolute blast with it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be around those people.
It's like junior rallycross?
If not, we can make it. I bet you there is with like the cross carts and whatnot now.
Maybe. I do know that one of the events I went to, there was like an 11-year-old that entered or something in his dad's Corolla. Like his dad was running, and then he would also run, and that was fun because he could barely reach the pedals.
In the autocross region I was in, when I went to Central Region, they had a junior / carts. What are they called? The people that like run those events. They're called something. Like a steward, I guess, or something like that, but a person who was that would oversee that so that it was safe. And they always seemed really cool. Like autocross in general is a very low pressure environment usually. So the autocross karting stuff usually seemed pretty cool too. It is a little bit of a drag for everybody else though, because all other activity there has to like cease while the karts go, and they take a while and they spin out a lot. But it did seem...
But how else do you get kids in motorsports?
Right, but it did seem...
It's like if you want a Formula 1 driver as a child, you have to start them when they're like 4.
Well, I mean, they're just shoving them right into competitive environments. Like, there's no fun in with that. Like, that's...
Are you saying F1 isn't fun?
I'm saying that if you're priming somebody to, like, if you're saying that this person is going to be race car driver and you're pushing that, then they never probably race for fun. Versus, I think, like, the junior dragster things, you could probably get away with doing that for fun. Autocross carts, you could probably do that for fun. But there's extremes to it all.
Mm-hmm. Parents are the worst.
Yeah. Yeah. I could fit in this.
No, you couldn't.
I could fit in
Look at the size of that man's shadow. Compared to...
Listen, the sun was setting. Leave it alone. So when we get in the junior drag stream going. Oh, you gotta get a little truck to be a ramp truck. We could make a ramp truck out of a Ranger for the junior dragster.
Well, the junior dragsters are pretty long, so we'll have to figure something out.
Don't crush my dreams. Okay, yeah, we're done with that. Mildly interesting. For me this week, I am presenting a 1974 Opel 1900 Sportabout Wagon GT. That is the extent of my knowledge about the 1974 Opel 1900 Sportabout Wagon GT.
What's the sport about it?
I couldn't tell you.
It is a 2-door wagon.
It is a 2-door wagon. It's got a pretty darn cool shape. The back's a little to be honest.
The Automation Classic.
Right. But the front's kind of cool. Looks like an old muscle car, but small.
Did we ever get We never got Opals here, did we? Or did we?
I don't know, because we got the Opel GT over here, so maybe this is in the same era? Maybe. But it is one of those things of like, why is this here? Why is this so nice? Who kept this? Especially on the East Coast. It's very weird for people to have things like this on the East Coast.
Look at their other... Like, what is that? Front, like, is that a truck? Is that
a truck?
Ranger? It's like a Ranger or something, I think.
So we got, we got like a truck, a Celica, a Kia, and an Opel wagon.
Yeah.
Sadly, it's an automatic.
Oh, it's a Honda. It's a Ridgeline.
Oh, it's a CRV or something like that. Yeah.
Or yeah.
It's neat.
Weird.
It's weird. But I don't. It doesn't strike me as something like, ooh, I gotta have that. It's just like, huh, why is this here?
Was running in November 2020, but might need a valve job.
Good luck. I don't think that's a real price. I hope not, because I feel like this has got to be worth more than $500.
I don't know. For $500, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, if it was $500, I'll bump that up to interesting. But yeah,
no interior.
I thought we did have interior.
Yeah, there were sheets over the seats.
I mean, it's nice overall. The car is really nice.
Yeah,
It's just...
And I love the old, or current, or I guess it's the old Opal logo.
Mm-hmm. I never noticed that. I guess already in this era that was GMified? I don't know the timeline of Opal, really. Probably because this is the most I've seen of one.
Yeah. It's so plain. Why is it so plain?
I know. I want it to be cool, but it's just too boring.
Like, the coolest thing on this car is that the front is not completely straight. It's got like a little bit of a curve to it. If that was flat, it would be the most boring car in the world.
My dad's gonna love it. All right, try to outmile that, Kurt.
Oh, I've got it covered. Another wagon. But this one's a 1992 Subaru Loyal with only 25,000 miles in like-new shape. $9,750. 25,773 actual miles, one owner. Why? The lowest mile Subaru Loyal you will find runs and drives.
Why?
5-speed manual. 4-wheel push-button drive.
So you're replacing the Crosstrek, right?
Yes. Well, this what's the word I'm looking for? Stuck out to me because I've seen a bunch of stories about the 1990 Subaru Legacy wagon that I think Jalopnik posted one of their Craigslist columns about, but then Subaru actually ended up buying it for their heritage museum. So I'm like, well, here's another one, Subaru.
Right.
A 92 Loyal.
Yeah, but are their customers loyal, or are they trying to look to keep their legacy?
Good night, everybody. That's the last episode of Rambling Parks.
It's over. I should have known when he showed a Junior Dragster was over. Oh, man. Yes. This is...
It belongs in a museum.
Oh, my God. It's got the original window tag from the dealership. Like the paper one. Why? Subaru.
Because they're loyal customers.
What to drive.
He's got the temporary sticker, too.
Jeez. I gotta say, it's
what do you think this person's house looks like? Are they the type of person that has the plastic over the couch?
Absolutely, yes. God,
Jesus Christ.
It's really, I hate to say it, it's in surprisingly bad shape for as low miles as it is. There's scratches all over all the interior. There's a chunk missing out of the dashboard.
Yeah, that's a little, it's that's the thing that keeps it out of the museum.
Right, yeah. It's very low miles and very nice. Oh, jeez.
How many spare tires do they have?
The stripes are still on the spare tire.
They've never had a flat.
It's running on the original tires.
Oh, God. Still have tread.
Well, holy cow, what a boring car.
Mm-hmm.
You say that. But compared to what you can purchase today, what was the window sticker? It was 11 something.
11,995. 4-wheel drive, air conditioning, power windows, locks, and mirrors.
And mirrors in 92.
Unbelievable. 240 has those too.
I like the tagline before Subaru changed it. Subaru, what to drive?
I can't figure it out, so let's just do a Subaru.
Yeah. There's so many choices for a car. I don't know.
So this is equivalent to roughly $22,000 today.
I guess.
What a entry-level Impreza costs.
Right, yeah. It's equal to
Can you get an Impreza wagon with a manual?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think yeah. This is just that. You milded it, Kurt. Nobody knows mild like Kurt J. Mack.
This is
I actually picked the wrong one.
You did.
Anyway.
What?
Remember that whole problem before the show that I had? I guess in my frustration, I picked the wrong ad. But it's mildly interesting because it's a 94 Ford Ranger pickup that is upside down in a ditch.
It is. Is it still? Do you, you have to get it out of the ditch?
Well, no, it's fine. It has been flipped, but it runs and drives.
Oh.
The fuel pump stopped working after the wreck, though.
Yeah, they do that. They have inertia switches in them that, like, once they flip, you gotta fix the fuel pump inertia or whatever. Least of its problems. It's the candidate for our Ranger ramp truck.
Oh yeah, with the whole busted everything.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It's mildly interesting. I'll try to save myself here that they actually posted the picture of it upside down.
Mm-hmm. I wish this was like the picture. I honestly wish there was not more pictures. I wish it was just like this.
If it was just the one picture, we would have put that on the Instagram. But
right.
Like I said, I picked the wrong ad.
Whoa. Back up a little bit here. Have to put fuel into intake to crank. Blah, blah, blah. Also have 2 4-speed racing transmissions for it?
How do you think they flipped upside down?
Why 4-speed racing transmission Ford Ranger? Question mark? What? Okay.
It's a thing, I guess.
You say so.
I'll have the correct ad next week. Don't worry about it.
I'll be waiting. All right. Hopefully you have the right ad for your best ad, though.
I hope so. I think I picked a really good one this week.
But before we get into this week's best ofs, we must review last episode's Kurt with the jet bug that a lot of research went into that, Kurt.
Yes, that's it.
You stemmed a lot of conversation after that posting. But we are pretty sure that the ad was real and it actually is for sale. If anybody out there was wondering in the market for a jet powered bug, and there was actually a really good. I'm sorry, I forgot who posted the comment, but somebody posted a comment about like a lot about jet engines and the jet engine that was in the bug. It was actually a very interesting read and confirmed that that is not a good place for the intake and that jet engines can in fact backfire. So that was good to know.
So wear a helmet in a fire suit.
Right. ZK had the Ford van that ended up being like just really cool. In my opinion.
I keep thinking that logo is like Gears of War, but it's not.
It's not.
That's what I keep saying too, yeah.
And I brought to the table quite possibly the ugliest kit car caprice that has ever existed in the history of time. I'm a little surprised to say, and I'm actually a little happy to say, that the audience has picked ZK and the van as the best ad of the week for Raymond Park 45. What do you have to say for yourself?
I would like to thank the audience for watching the show and voting for me.
I would also like to point out that even though we had the most views ever, we didn't have the most votes ever in best of, which definitely leads me to believe some things about why we had so many views. But thank you, everybody that has continued to vote on the best ads of the week. ZK had 121. I was in second place with 36. And Kurt brought home a measly 28.
It's because you disqualified me before I even had a chance.
I did feel bad because ZK like shut you down so fast. He's like, no. Now Kurt will be looking for redemption in this week's best ad competition. But I am bringing to the table...
Oh, my.
A 1979 Cadillac Seville Opera, which I believe is not the first one of those we've had. And I think, Kurt, maybe you had one of these on the show? Possibly.
Maybe. Somebody did.
Somebody did.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have opera windows.
But it didn't have quite this level of customization.
Did you find this for sale in Texas?
No, it's here. It's in North Carolina. It's rare, it's loaded, and it's absolutely unique.
Yeah.
It's at a dealership that houses many very expensive exotics. And this, I particularly like
$17,000.
the hood line on these because the hood opens here 2 feet, maybe 3 feet back from where the grill is.
Oh, are these aren't one of the front-wheel drive ones, are they?
I think this actually is. I believe. I know we had confusion about that. And I'm like, that was on the show.
Yeah.
But you can tell that the front stance is wider than the rear, which is usually a sign of things. But, oh boy. The headlights.
Yeah, they're the wrong brand.
Right. I don't know what they were going for there.
I will say, I'm really digging the paint job.
I am not surprised. It didn't really occur to me until when I was putting the whole ad together that the headlights, the original headlights and grille, are behind these headlights.
Wearing really big sunglasses.
Right. And
what
the
year is it?
blinkers are back there too. 79.
79. It's rear-wheel drive,
Oh, okay. Well,
supposedly.
look at this. Like, what a weird car. Even without this. What a
Yeah,
weird
even
car.
without- I miss that the category of, what is it, personal luxury coupe
Right.
doesn't exist anymore.
No. Nobody wants to
Because they're
drive
so
themselves.
weird and strange and stupid.
This is a car for you to drive yourself in luxury.
Yeah.
Versus this kind of car now only exists to be driven around in.
What's the hood ornament I'm trying to figure out? Is that an owl or a lion?
It's a lion. Looks like a lion.
Are you lying to me?
Let's ignore.
Looks like one of those little plastic things you get at the zoo.
Right. And then there's a bowl as well. Maybe that's I don't know. Who knows?
And
That's
that's
like a bunch of
financial
squiggles to me.
logo for like Merrill Lynch or something.
It's an impressive display.
Honestly, like, it looks like you can take the headlight treatment off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's beautiful.
And then you love it.
Yeah. If you take off the diamond plate, it'd be perfect.
Diamond plate. Kurt.
What I have for you is bees.
Bees.
Bees. A
I don't know if it's an
1984 animal. Yeah. A 1984 Honda Prelude for only $600. And the ad starts with, "Ha! Surprise your girlfriend with a ride she'll never forget. Like ever, your neighbor's eyeballs will pop out as they see you rolling up the driveway in your new convertible Honda Prelude. Didn't think they made those. Custom built special for you. Low miles, carb engine, no cats."
Can't have cats around bees. It's true.
Yeah, no, cats are allergic to bees. Ford Mustang, Cadillac DeVille. Take this thing straight to the car show, excuse me. When summer comes, become the king. No top at all. Jeep Wranglers can't compete because there is no roof. Ha ha! No mention of the paint job, unfortunately.
No.
Bees!
There's a whole bee on the hood.
Yep, bees.
That's a very, well-drawn bee.
Mm-hmm. Honeycomb situation.
Weird.
Yes.
No top at all. I feel lied to.
There's a soft.
There is
perhaps.
Very clearly some leather.
I would
stretched
classify that as a bikini top.
Hold on. What did you just say? What were the words you just said?
Top.
Bikini top.
I would classify that as a bikini top. Are you writing this down?
All right, it's gonna be a competition. What does better, waifu or bikini top? Why?
I will say it's points for not another truck conversion. Truck being in quotations, of course.
True. In that previous picture, just don't pay attention to any of the moisture in the back seat or like water damage.
Well, there's no top at all.
Yeah, there is that, but don't worry about that.
Oh my god, the carpet's just turning to mildew.
The highest quality custom.
Oh my god, look at the roll bar. It's just
I think calling it a roll bar is a little generous.
Okay, well, look at the bar that they've used there. Like, it's not bent. I think they just, like, took a hammer to it to bend the shape into it. Oh, God, that's bad. It's pinched at the end to weld it.
And there's a cable holding up the seatbelt.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Is the soft top taped to the windshield there?
It is. I would trust this zip tie with my life.
So when they said their neighbors would be rolling their eyes, right? Or
no, they said they would be applauding you. Your neighbor's eyeballs will pop out when they see you rolling up.
Oh, right. That's
just like your eyes will pop out when your face hits the windshield in a 5-mile-an-hour accident.
Oh God! The best part about it is the B.
Yeah, and that's saying a lot,
right? ZK.
We have a 1987 Kawasaki F.
You really want to trike,
F
don't
in
you?
Chat, please.
There's no chat.
Oh, right. Sorry. It's a 87 Phoenix Trike Roadster. Reverse trike. It's Kawasaki 750 F1 style single seat racing prototype. 100 horsepower. Chromoly frame, Mustang 2 rack and pinion steering, independent front suspension, coilover shocks, all-weather canopy, full active aero wing system, pneumatic control, onboard compressor, accumulator tank. Please message me for further details.
Ooh, that's a view. Somebody watched them some Top Gun and were like, how can I get this in my life?
It gets better.
What is this? Oh, does the air come in through the nose here?
It is, I assume, what is it? The it's not the LaFerrari, it's the one before that. It's the
Enzo?
Yeah, the Enzo. It looks like the front end is like sort of modeled off an Enzo.
It does kind of have those vibes, yeah.
Especially with the Italian flag design here.
Right.
But
look at the seat cover.
Mm-hmm.
It's
like a single seat super. What would you call this thing? It's like a single seat racer, but
yeah,
it's trike.
It would be like a Formula Ford if it had 2 wheels in the back.
Yeah, but it doesn't, so you can drive it on the street. And it has active aero. It has DRS, Cone. It has DRS.
Hit the DRS. Ah, wow.
Yeah.
I would
the Cadillac taillights.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, the lipstick taillights.
I would die in this.
The thing is like it has all this aero looking stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, if that actually works, this thing would be terrifying.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like I'm sure this was all developed in a wind tunnel too, so it's balanced and is making the correct downforce in the correct places.
And I like how the cockpit like comes up and forward if you see like in the interior pictures.
Yeah, I wish they had a picture of it like up like that. This is kind of all you get.
Yeah, and you have like 3 LCDs of your gauges or something, I guess.
Or something. That's pretty wild. You've had a lot of trikes.
Yeah, that seems to be popular here for some reason. Maybe it's because you don't have to pay for insurance or registration or something. I don't know. But oddly, there's more of these. If you search that company, they say the Phoenix Trike Roadster. They built several of these types of things. It's like a kit car kind of.
Right. It looks like something not like individually homemade, but something that was one of those kit car kind of produced kind of things. Wild. Wow, it's even got safety cables on
It's one of those things
suspension.
Like, I want to test drive this.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of do too. Usually the trikes don't do anything for me. But there's something about this one that's hitting the right spots. I think it's the seat.
Yeah. The what you call that? Like
it's basically the like Windows 95 laser screensaver. It's basically what it is.
Windows 95 Thrustmaster racing wheel.
Right. Huh. Well, that's not on theme at all. I don't know what. Oh boy. So your choice is
luxury.
Okay, luxury. Or bees and safety.
Yeah, safety is number 1 with bees.
Or downforce. I'm usually a lot better.
Bees or downforce.
I'm usually a lot better at linking these together, but this one's tough. Oh boy. Well, you get to choose who had the best find of the week. Why did I not call this category Best Find of the Week instead of Best Ad? That would have made so much more sense.
Can't go back now.
Too late.
I have competing opinions now. I don't know.
We'll have a second poll. Okay.
Anyway, make sure you click down below to vote on what you think the best find of the week is. Okay. So say something of the nature of like
just wing it.
Just wing it. Go for it. Start.
But click the link so I can see it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
So, Pizza Craft Leather sent us these cool key tags, and we're totally not recording this after the fact and have already lost our mojo.
Did we have it?
I just wanted like some kind of like, hey, by the way, Pizza Craft Leather sent us these cool random part. No, I didn't get any of that, but it's true.
Okay. Pizza Craft.
All right.
Why does anybody watch this?
Pizza Craft Leather sent us these cool like keychain things. I think you call them key tags technically, and they're really cool. They do take commissions, so this is sort of advertising for them, but they sort of bribed us into this by sending it to us. How does this work?
I don't know.
So we are saying thank you. They also previously sent us the caddies,
the
leather
caddy.
cube caddy leather things.
Yeah,
and they're all very cool.
I bought one earlier this year, so I have one already on my keys.
Yeah, but these say ran when parked on them and the mistake inside, which is really cool. Because that is the true value of the show, is how to make a mistake.
Exactly. Like trying to record an outro with a special shout out to somebody in it. Thank you all for watching this episode of Ran When Parked. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bees!